Oh, here we go. The return of the Leroy and Leroy podcast. Julie Baker, my guest. Julie, how many times have you been on the podcast now? I was trying to think of this. Is this the third time or just the second?
I think this is just the second. I'm a little insulted that it's taken this long to be a repeat guest.
I think, you know what happened? I think we talked about you coming back on for like the last 5 months.
Yeah.
When I just didn't do any podcasts. So.
Well, that would explain it.
So if it makes it any better, like on my first official actual return, you are the next guest. So
I'm the premier guest. Can I ask you
and
a
you're one of
question?
only 2 repeat guests I've had.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Well, what's up with that? You just don't you just don't like a lot of people, or what's going on there?
I think I'm not consistent enough with my podcast. That's probably
okay.
what's going on there.
That's fine.
Someone messaged the other day and said, "Are you ever bringing the podcast back?" And I'm like, "Yes, I sure am."
Please, I'm trying so hard. I'm a very busy gentleman.
I was waiting until my studio was ready to go, and it's still not. So I was like, I'm going to just start recording them in my backyard.
No, I like your backyard. I like the grill, and sometimes a little dog walks by, and it makes it fun. It's like a Where's Waldo situation. Like, where's the dog?
It's good lighting.
Where's the dog?
You know?
Yeah. I support.
What have you been up to, Julie? What's new in your world?
I tell you, I just living my life, fighting off depression, you know. Yesterday I had a little bit of depression, and when I get a little sad, actually, can I tell you a story?
Absolutely.
I was in my workout class yesterday. I've been doing these HIIT workouts at my local gym, which the guy I last dated said, that gym is trashy. And I said, well, it's near where I live and it's convenient. And so I was in my workout class and I'm like working out, doing my HIIT workout. And the instructor keeps like trying to correct me. And I'm like, girl, I'm just barely here. Like, you can correct my form, but like, I'm not processing anything. And the more I was like lifting weights, like the more anger and sadness was pumping through my veins. So I come home and I take a hot shower thinking that will cool me off. And it does not, because I did not get a good clean shave. So I crawl in my bed, unable to properly cricket my legs, and I start texting people. When I'm angry and I have depression or whatever, I'll try to get into my gratitude space. So yesterday I was texting a former lover, like, I'm just so grateful for you. Thank you. He's like, what are you doing? We're still friends. Like, we still talk quite a bit. Like, it was no harm, no foul or anything. But he's like, what is going on right now? I'm like, I'm just grateful for you. That's my story. It's kind of a random one, but
I love that. No, I love that you turn to like spreading a little positivity though, right? Like that whole grateful thing. I love to like randomly message businesses and just be like, hey, I was in your shop today and I just wanted to say the service was fantastic.
Because
it doesn't happen enough.
No, people who have a good experience rarely reach out. They're just silent in their thankfulness for it. But the people who loathe their time at wherever they were, they're going to let you know. They're going to get on Yelp and absolutely piddle their pants with degradation on the keyboard.
I got to tell you, I made a really good friend from doing that, actually. We, a couple of years ago, went to get my kid a hockey bag. And we went to this hockey store in Regina, just down the road from Moose Jaw.
That's right. I forgot Canada has a place called Regina.
Yes. So we went into this hockey store, and like the service was incredible. We went in to buy my kid a hockey bag because his was ripped, and I left with a pair of skates, and my wife got a pair of skates, and we got the hockey bag. And I sent him a message to say, like, hey, even though it cost me a lot, your service was absolutely phenomenal. Like, I had no intention of buying that other stuff, and since then I've become pretty good friends with the owner. So shout out Donnie at Extreme Hockey in Regina. It's just funny how that works, though, right? Like, you spread a little positivity, and people appreciate it.
Yes, people appreciate it. Not my former lover, though. He's very cynical. He's very dark. He's very much an emo kid, and he'll be like, "Are you okay?" He's got his hair like pulled over his eyes. You remember what emo was like on MySpace in 2000?
Oh yeah,
that's very much him. But he's cool.
On my feed today popped up the emo realtor. Have you seen this guy?
No, please tell me more.
He shows the house, and he's got like the whole, dark hair and eyeliner and the really ironic poses throughout the house. But then it's all done to like an emo song about the house.
Wow.
Like talking about the different rooms, and I don't know if it's AI or if this guy actually puts all the work into making all these songs, but I was like, this is a good angle. I'm enjoying it.
Honestly, if I had a realtor and he was trying to sell me, or she was trying to sell me a house and the background music was My Chemical Romance, I'd be like, take my money, I guess. There's not much here, but sure, let's try it.
I've somehow wound up with a few different realtors on my feed. There's another one in Florida, and it's a woman who goes into the house, who shows the house, but as she shows it, she kind of like makes a story around it. It's like, you know, there's plenty of room in this driveway for your jacked up F-150 that you don't need, but you're compensating for. And she just like rambles on and on throughout the entire house and continues to tell the story of this person who should buy the house. And I really enjoy it.
I've seen her. In fact, I think I was talking about her with a friend the other day. She's hilarious. It's so funny.
Yeah, I love it. I'm like, I have no intentions of buying a house in Florida, but
Oh, your little dog's walking behind you, and I can see his little beehole. Her little beehole. That's nice. Pickles.
She's just going to check out the gate again.
Yeah,
that's
showing
Pickles
me
the
her
pug.
gate. Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Your jersey is green, and it says Saskatchewan.
Yes.
Did you wear this because of Chapel Roan? Because when I first heard that song a few months ago, I thought about you.
It's actually insane. Apparently, we've actually gotten a boost in tourism since she teased that song a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then since she released the song, yeah, it's like blowing up. Like Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon last night did a whole bit about her talking about Saskatchewan, and he said all these other songs talk about Saskatchewan, but they haven't blown up. And he played a montage of like fake songs that they inserted Saskatchewan into. So it's crazy how like Chapel Roan's. It's crazy how huge she is.
Well, I have
that, like dropping a teaser of a song could affect our tourism here.
Our tourism. What's Saskatchewan like? Before I tell you my little chaperone story.
So Saskatchewan is it's prairies, so it's mostly farms with cities scattered throughout. But like our entire province, which is very large, has 1 million people total. So we've got one city with 300,000, one with like 250,000, and then a bunch of smaller cities. And then it's all farms until you get to like the northern half of the province, and it's all forests and lakes, and
okay,
it's beautiful. But
I used to live in Springfield, Missouri, and my radio show is out of Springfield, Missouri, and Chapel Roan is from like a suburb of Springfield, if you will, like a little town outside of Springfield. And she shot her Hot to Go video in Springfield, and like 9 months before she blew up, she was performing at a theater in Springfield called the Galois, and I got in contact with her management and did an interview with her. And she was just cool. Like cool, I don't know how to explain it. Like she's just cool, like very real. She was a gem. And I got done and I told her like I live in Colorado Springs or I'd come to the show. She's like, I'm gonna be in Denver. Do you want a ticket? And I was like, I work the morning shift, like I couldn't. First off, bonehead move on me, because immediately after our interview I continued to listen to her music, and I was like, oh, she's gonna be big. Like she's going to make it. She has it. If you met people and you're like, they have it. She had it, and then tenfold, and then like 9 months later she blew up, and I was like, girl, you should have saw her in Denver. But just so good. I can't say enough.
I love to hear that she's like a real like awesome person.
Yeah.
Like she comes across like she would be. But I love how I love that her music's blown up. Like I love that the Edmonton Oilers in the playoffs after they won games were playing Pink Pony Club in the locker room. Like that was their win song. I'm like, this is fantastic.
So this is all like a full circle moment. You mentioned she's talking about Saskatchewan. I'm from where approximately she is from. I'm so sorry. Do you keep hearing like something buzz in? Like an alert on my computer? Because I keep getting alerts from Facebook, and I'm like, how do I shut this off? Am I foolish? So if you hear something, like, please know I don't know where it's coming from.
No, I've heard nothing. So I know when we first started, I was getting like text messages were popping up on my computer. And I'm like, no, I don't want them on my computer. Let's stop that. And
how do I get? It's okay.
I was
good.
getting camera notifications.
I'm glad to hear you're not hearing anything.
No. What's the best concert you've been to, Julie? Like you obviously did radio, TV. You're talking about you didn't get to see Chapel Roan, but you could have. What's the best one you've actually gone to then?
The last concert I went to was Taylor Swift the Eras Tour in Paris.
Oh.
Yeah, and can I make a complaint? This is really a first world problem because I know like it was all Americans when we were in Paris, but it was cheaper to fly to Europe for a week than to see her when she was in Denver because resale tickets in Denver were like $1,300 and you were sitting in the porta potties outside. Like it was terrible. And so for $400, I got floor seats. So I was like from here to your grill, whatever, from Taylor Swift. But with those tickets, you get in early. And this is where I'm going to sound just so. We stood for 8, 9, 40,000 hours. And then it was in that moment that I was like, nope, I'm too old for this. I want a chair. My feet hurt. But their opener was Paramore. And oh my gosh, it was incredible.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That'd be worth the price of admission alone.
Yeah. It was good. And Hayley Williams just has an absolutely incredible voice. And then to hear it live is like I have no words.
Did you see the clip of her singing? I think it was one of the opening shows for Taylor Swift when something went off wrong. Like I think they set like a pyro or something off wrong. And she started singing to her song that she was singing at the time. Somebody is getting fired.
I did. Yes, I did. I hope that person didn't get fired. You know, accidents happen. But it's also like there's 90 million people in here.
It sounded like it was like the third time it had happened, and that's why she was singing that, though. So, but who knows? You know, some people shouldn't have jobs that involve playing with pyro. But
I thought you were going to stop at
just
shouldn't have jobs. But you cleared that up. That's good.
There's jobs for everyone.
There's jobs for everyone, even in today's economy.
So I heard about so many people going like overseas to get Taylor Swift, to go to Taylor Swift shows. But you're the first person I've actually talked to about it. So
I had girlfriends who went to London too.
It's crazy. See, we need like some kind of like scalping laws in North America.
We do because it's absolutely outrageous what's happening right now. Because
did I lose you?
If you buy a ticket for $400 and then you sell it for $5,000, you're getting the profits, not the artists who've actually like worked to put this together. I knew a guy and he got in the queue to see her. I think it was in Kansas City. Good time to see her, right?
Are you still there with me,
needed,
Julie?
Like 2 tickets. He bought the max, which was 6.
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if we're. Oh, you're back. Am I back?
I can hear you. You're just not moving on your screen.
Oh. Yeah, it keeps cutting in and out on me here. Now I lost you altogether. Well, I wonder if we're still streaming to YouTube or not. That's another question, but hopefully Julie will get reconnected in. One of us lost connection, and I don't know if it was me or Julie. Julie, if you have not checked her out on social media, she is an absolute must. She does stupid news, where she will read stupid news stories quite often from Florida, but also from pretty much anywhere stupid news happens. But for some reason, there is a lot that happens. A lot of stupid news that comes from Florida. So, okay. Wow. I don't know if we're gonna get Julie connected again or not. Figure this out. Got hey, in Minnesota, you wish you could have dinner at Bobby's place tonight. That place is great. Absolutely. Hey, Rob. Okay, you are getting the stream on YouTube. Okay, so it's still going to YouTube, but I'm not sure. Let's see if we'll take a moment here. See if Julie can get back in. We're just Just messaging with Julie here on the side as we continue to live stream. Maybe get back into the podcast. I wonder if I have to re-invite her. Let's just send another invite here. Oh,
Hey, I'm back. Surprise.
hey,
So
Julie's
sorry.
back.
I don't know what happened there. The internet just went out. The rapture happened. I hope
Yeah,
you were.
I have no idea.
I hope you were able to carry that for the what felt like eternity that I was gone.
I told people that they should go check out your social media because you do stupid news.
Good.
Which is how I found you on social media
Can I
to
be
begin
honest
with.
with you? I've not posted a stupid news. Like
Yeah.
I've not had time to record a stupid news in like a month. So this like is becoming a pattern with me. Where I'll like blitz it out for 2 months, and I'll be like, I don't have time to record or edit anything like of that capacity right now.
You know what's funny is that I don't think I've realized you haven't posted one in that while because I've still watched your content. I love the one you had I think it must have been a throwback to your trip to New York, unless you were in New York again recently.
No, I was in New York. I was in New York a couple weeks ago, and I posted about Alexander Hamilton.
okay.
Yes. Okay. So I was in New York and I wanted to tell this story about just like how to find Alexander Hamilton's grave. And prior to this, like I thought that he was probably near Wall Street, and lo and behold, there he was at Trinity Church. And I did not realize that Liza is buried like obviously next to him, and she lives to be like 97. So she lives like
Oh,
50
wow.
years beyond Alexander Hamilton. And on Alexander Hamilton's epitaph, it lists all his accolades. And on hers, it's just like wife of Alexander Hamilton, daughter of so and so. But it's like she did so much in her life. Like she established like the first private orphanage in New York City. She like raises money for the Washington Monument. Like, you've heard the song or not.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
kind of a musical nerd. So it's like
Oh,
it doesn't
Julie,
list
I've
any of
watched
those things.
Hamilton like 47 times.
Okay, good, because that's where I'm at. And so I post that video, and in the video I say that's beat bull. I don't know how family friendly this is, but and somebody says it's like a reverend or something. They got the word reverend in their name, which means nothing to me. They're like, our founding fathers sacrificed so much, and I cannot believe that you would dirty their name with an explicitive. And I was like, well, like Liza didn't get any respect in this. He was like, show some respect. And I was like, where's respect for like Liza and what she did for this country? Because like arguably she did a lot. And he was like, you should respect me because of my age. And I was like, and ironically enough, I don't. So it's weird what people get sassy about on the internet. Because I had to be like, dude, this is like a 1 minute video and I'm a jokester. So you need to, in the words of Taylor Swift, calm down. You're being too loud.
Yeah, people just like to get up in arms about pretty much anything. I think
Yeah.
like, and it's I hit a point and I'm like, if something bothers you, just move on from it, and
Yeah.
like ask yourself, does it actually affect you at the end of the day? Like if people did that, if people took 3 seconds to go, does this actually in any way impact my day-to-day life? No. Is the answer 98% of the time.
I just think people want something to be outraged by. And if you're outraged by a silly little video about Alexander Hamilton, who's been dead for 300 years, because I say the word bull, then you're living a good life. You have very little to worry about.
You know what gets me? There's a guy who goes around and he finds people's shopping carts like when they haven't put them away or whatever, and he like throws a magnet on their vehicle, and I'm like, okay, I get the annoyance of the cart being left out, but some of the people, I'm just like, I feel bad for some of the people. I'm like, you made your point. You don't have to like continue to like humiliate them over a shopping cart.
Does he like harass them or like what happens? Give me the tea. Because I thought I was familiar with this, but I don't think I am.
It's like cart narc, but it's just like he'll like throw a magnet on their vehicle or something that has like cart narc, but then he kind of like pesters them about it. Like people will, I mean, you know how people are sometimes. They're gonna be like, "What's your problem? Like, leave me alone." And he's like, "Well, you didn't put your cart away. Why isn't your cart put away? You seem like you should be able to put your cart away." There's like one woman who's like limping, and she's like, "I have a sore knee," and he said, "Well, you carried it into the store. You should be able to go put it away." And I'm just like, just leave her alone, man. Like I understand some people love it, but I'm just like I can't. I'm like I feel like it's confrontation just for the sake of confrontation over something really, really minor.
So you can make money on the internet. Listen, I get the put your card away argument. Like I wholeheartedly understand that. I get it. But also when he's having his interactions with people, he is seeing such a small snippet of somebody's life, and you truly never know what's going on with somebody. So the rage bait, I guess get
Yeah.
your coin, but like you really don't know what's going on with someone at all.
I I think I'd be terrified to do that too. I feel like one day, like especially in the states, I don't know what state he's doing it in, but in
Yeah.
some states, I don't think I'd be doing that.
Can I tell you something that happened recently to me at Walmart?
Yeah.
So I pulled into the parking lot and I'm in front of the Walmart and I'm just going with the flow of traffic because I'm looking for um a row that I can pull into, and the car in front of me just suddenly stops. And like I can't go around. There's cars coming or there's pedestrians right there in front of Walmart. And they just stop. And I'm like, okay. And then this little old man comes out with just a few groceries. The hatch of the car comes up and somebody has to get out and help him load. I'm like, okay, like I can wait. There's nothing going on. I'm not backing up traffic. Like there, and it's also like there's nothing I can do. It's not like I can just like throw it in reverse and get out of there. And this guy comes down the row and he's like, "Ah! Ah!" He's like, you're not supposed to block the lane and da 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 da. And I was like, what is going on with this guy? And like, keep in mind, I was not blocking anything. He could have just like like here I am. He came down the road. He could have just been like, and continued on the way. I wasn't blocking anything. There's clearly like this little old man struggling to put up his groceries. And I just roll down the window and I go, what? And then roll my window up and I do flip him the bird. And at that point, I'm like, I probably could go around. I probably like could find a way, but this guy's anger is not going to dictate my kindness in blocking traffic from this little old man putting away his groceries. You want to lay on your horn? You want to look like an idiot in front of God and everyone? You go for it. But honey, I will not be inconvenienced because of you. And eventually he like throws it in reverse and I was like, do you feel better about yourself? Do you feel better about yelling at a woman in her car who just needs some thread in front of an elderly senior man who probably served this country in every war possible? I'm just saying, I live in Colorado Springs, been a military community, and it's just like, you feel better? You feel better? It's a weird behavior to be just outraged for the sake of outrage.
How is that area for the drivers? Like, how would you rank Denver
They're bad.
drivers? Are they?
I'd say bad
Like
to terrible.
comparatively to other places you've been, I found when
Well,
we were in Denver, for the most part, the drivers weren't like too horrible. There were
the
moments, but
there are big issues where people just want to change lanes without using their signal and without like
oh yeah,
looking behind them. And that's like, I've had to slam on my brakes a few times, but maybe they have an emergency and the emergency is all their fingers have been chopped off while they were grilling and they don't have the ability to like push the blinker down. I don't know what's going on in their lives. Just don't cut me off and don't put me in a wreck.
fair enough.
Yeah.
There's something about New York being there, and I'm like, I don't understand why everyone has to honk their horn over everything in New York.
Yes.
I like being from Saskatchewan. Like you only honk your horn if someone's like not moving or like about to hit you. Like if the car in front of you is still parked and the other cars have all left, then you give a little meep meep like to hey say New York. I feel like anything that happens on the road results in just honking your horn.
I wish that horns came in like a friendly tune, like, "Hey, the light turned green. Could you just like maybe go?" Or like, "Hey, I'm back here." And then of course you have varying levels of emotion, like from kind to like, "Hey, heads up," to like, "Get out of my way." That's what I
Just
want.
complete rage.
Yeah.
Oh, Julie, I told this story on my podcast last week that I did solo, but I don't know if anyone actually listened to that one, so I want to tell you this story because I think you'll enjoy this one.
Okay, hit me.
This is about our trip to New York. So we went in June. I don't know if you knew this, to Fanatics Fest for a few days.
Okay.
Took like my wife, my son, my twin nephews. We went down to New York for 3 days, and then we rented a car, which was like I picked up across the street from the Madison Square Garden, and then we drove to Massachusetts to see like my wife's family for a couple of weeks, and so I go and I pick up this rental car, go back to the hotel where like my wife and the kids are packing the room, and I'm like, there's nowhere to park because I'm in Manhattan.
Yeah.
So I
Parking's
drove around.
notoriously great there, by the way.
Oh yeah, which is
Yeah.
fantastic. So I'm driving around. Finally, I'm like, I call my wife. I'm like, okay, I can't park. So you guys like pack the stuff up, and when you're like coming down, I'll pull up in front of the hotel and just put the four ways on while we
We're
load the
we're parking in Jersey, honey.
right while we load the luggage in, and we're parked like a block from the Javits Center, so we're like right down
Yeah.
here. So she calls, they're ready, we get everything loaded, we take off, all good. We drive to Springfield, Massachusetts, which is should be like a 2 hour drive, 2.5 hour maybe.
Yeah.
It's like 4.5 hours thanks to New York traffic and like through Connecticut. And
Traffic's the
everything.
worst. Yeah.
It was awful. So we finally get there. We get everything unpacked, head to the grocery store. Like, we're going to pick up some groceries. We're staying at my in-laws' house now so we can cook and save a little bit of money from what we spent in New York. Get a phone call from the hotel. They're like, oh, did you happen to leave something in your room? And I'm like, turn to my wife. I'm like, did you leave
Lord.
something behind? She's like, I don't think so. Like, I double dumb and I went back and double checked. Why don't you ask what was left? So I said, well, what was left behind there? He says, passports and cash.
Oh, you need
morning.
that.
In the morning when I went to get the rental car, I opened the safe. I took out my passport, left all the other passports, and an envelope with $1,000 cash in the safe, and went to get the rental car. Come back, I couldn't go in the room, but I had left the safe open, thinking that in the process of packing, I didn't know I wouldn't be able to go back up in the room, but I was like,
Yeah.
I can leave the safe open, everyone's in here. So my wife had totally missed that the safe hadn't been emptied. She probably just saw, oh, it's open. Nick must have emptied the safe, I'm guessing, in the panic of packing everything. And then I get this phone call saying, yeah, your passports and money are here. So I turned around 9 o'clock at night and drove back to Manhattan,
Oh,
which
God.
at that time was only a 2 hour and 15-minute drive.
Well,
So
praise.
it was a lot quicker getting back. But I have
Yeah.
to say, like, whoever the cleaner was, I left a $50 tip for whoever cleaned that room, because that cash was just there. Like that.
They could have just taken it.
Just help yourself to whatever you want. Toss the passports out. Who's going to ever question it? They're going to say, no, the safe was open when we cleaned the room.
Yeah. But I
Oh.
think that goes to show that there's good in the world. Like there is good, even though it feels like there's so much bad, you can find little snippets of good here and there.
And you have to, right?
Yeah. I moved out of my apartment a few months ago and there's construction near my apartment and I ran over a nail and my tire was just and I make it to like a Toyota dealership and I was like, "Can you just plug my tire?" And they're like, "No. We'll put air in it for you." And it didn't last long. So they fill it up and I find like those like 3M Velcro strips that you hang things
Yeah.
to your wall with? I found that in the back of my car and I plug the hole with that. I stick it there, and they're like, "There's like an O'Reilly's up the street," and I was like, "Oh, Lord!" And so it keeps enough air in my tire to get to the O'Reilly's up the street, and I run in. And I'm like, "I need a thing to like fix my tire. It's going down." And the guy's like, he takes his time, and I'm like, "This is gonna be flat before I get out there." And then some other guy tries to give me tips, and I was like, "Brethren, in the Lord, I don't need your advice right now. If you can change the tire, then we can talk." So, and like I'm stressed because I'm moving. I have to be out that day, and I've just had issues with movers. And so I go to the O'Reilly's and I'm just like in the parking lot crying because I'm so stressed out. I call my insurance company because I don't know how to change the tire, and those lug nuts are on there. They're like, "Yeah, we'll be out in 2 hours." I was like, 2 hours? Okay. The guy inside of O'Reilly's goes on his break and comes out and he said, "Do you need me to change your tire?" And I was like, "Please." crying. And then he sees my Missouri license plate in the back of my car. And he's like, "You from Missouri?" And I was like, "Yeah." And it turns out we're from the same area. So
No
like,
way.
yeah, like what like a nice thing. So I went and got him a gift card to Qdoba because boys got to eat a burrito bowl. But it goes to show like he did not have to come into the parking lot. He did not have to help out this woman who's like crying aggressively through stress in her car, and he did not have to change my tire, but he did. And it is like just like a reminder that there's good people in the world.
We driving back from Denver on one of our 2 trips we've had down there. We were driving back and we're like, okay, if we keep going, we're gonna make, because I found out the border crossing that we went through closes. There's another one that's like adds a couple hours onto your trip that's open 24 hours, but
Yeah.
the border crossing that we go through closes at like 7 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, if we really gun it, we'll make it there by like 6:30. So
Yeah.
we did. We made it to the border. We got through again. It was like 6:37. We drive like 45 minutes to an hour. It's starting to get dark. We drive in to this little tiny town, Cornack, Saskatchewan, and I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, I have less than a quarter tank of gas left, and we've got
No.
like an hour and a half to get home still, at least. So I pull into this. There's like a little co-op gas station there, and pull out the thing and fill up the pump, or pump up the gas. And in small town Saskatchewan, like, you don't have to prepay. There's no credit card tap. You pay for
Yeah.
your gas. You go in the store. It's old school style, right? Like, so I I pump the gas and I go up to the store and the door's locked, and I'm like,
Oh no, I've
I'm
accidentally
looking
stolen.
around. I'm like, there's no one here. Like,
And they didn't shut the
there's
pumps off.
no. So I'm wandering around. I go back to the car, and this guy pulls up in his truck, and he's like, "Hey, gas station's closed, but there's a card lock just down the road. Like, come on down. You can use my card and fill up." And I'm like, "Well, the problem is I already filled up, and there's no one here." He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I can't believe they left the pumps on." So he's like, "I know the manager." He calls her. She shows up like in her pajamas 5 minutes later. She's like, "Thanks for being honest." But I was just like, I love small town people. I love, there's always good people.
There's always good people. Yeah. There's a gas station like that. I mean, where I grew up is super, super rural. Like there's no one around, but it is the same way. Like it's fill up, come inside and pay.
It
I'm always
is.
nervous I'm going to accidentally steal, though. Even on prepaid, I'm like, oh my God, did I accidentally steal? I need a receipt in case there's a murder and they can tie me back to this gas station. I can have a receipt and like an alibi. And it's like, Julie, you pay with your credit card. There's an electronic receipt.
What I told someone was that you can tell what kind of neighborhood you're in the States by going to a CVS or a Walgreens
Hmm.
uh, and seeing what they have under lock and key. Like,
Everything is.
when we go visit my wife's family, everything, like even the shampoo is under lock and key. But then we
Hmm.
went to like visit some other people, some other friends of my wife, like they lived a couple hours away. We went into the Walgreens there, and I'm like, oh, everything's unlocked. You can always tell the type of place you are by the drugstore you go into.
My thing is like, I I was in a Walmart recently in, and I don't mean this in a political way, but in a very, very pro-life state. But they had the protection items locked up, and it's like, do you want people to be safe or not? Okay, maybe let them steal that.
Yeah, seems a little extreme. It does seem, as
Super
long as
extreme.
when I saw like the shampoo and conditioner and like body wash under lock and key in the CVS, I was like, that's again, it seems like it's going to an extreme at that point.
Yeah. But I guess people are stealing herbal essence. You never know. They got a delightful scent.
But if they're stealing it, maybe they need it.
Maybe they, yeah, it's not like you can really pawn off shampoo and conditioner on Facebook Marketplace.
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think
Although
so.
you can probably sell anything on there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I tell you. You were telling me that you have like met my friend Megan, who I also connected
oh
with
yes.
on the internet. She's from Colorado Springs, and her and I became mutuals on social media. She's like, I think we'd be best friends. I want to do this golf video. And so her and I collaborated to this crazy golf video, and you had mentioned that you connected with her.
Yeah, I watched that video, and obviously, like, I've kind of known you for a little while now.
Yeah.
We've done this a couple times, been on your radio show a couple times, and I was like, I don't know who this is who's golfing with Julie, but I want to be friends with both of them, and I want
She's
to
so
golf with
funny.
you both at some point.
If
Yeah,
you ever find
Megan
yourself
the
in the
Mess
States, yes.
on Instagram.
If you find yourself in the States, we should all go. We can go out to that golf course. That golf course, by the way, the storm just rolled in over the mountain and it absolutely, for lack of better words, pissed on us. It was raining so hard. It was like pelting all of us. We had signed up to do 18 holes, but we got to hole 9. And I was like, nah, I don't do lightning. I'm not about to be struck by lightning in the name of a funny internet video. So her and I went inside the golf course clubhouse and I had some waffle fries. Little treat.
That's a good way to do it. That's a good way
Yeah.
to do it. I'm not a good golfer by any means, so I think I would probably be right in there with you, moving
Yeah.
into the clubhouse when the lightning started happening.
Yeah.
But I don't know any. So you met Megan like online as well?
On the internet, yes. Some of my
Okay.
closest friends I've met on the internet, which is
I
like,
just assumed that you guys were like lifelong friends or something when I saw
no,
the
that
video.
was literally the first time we'd ever met. And yeah, some of my closest friends are from the internet, which is so ironic given what we were told about strangers on the internet growing up.
Fair enough. Okay,
Yeah.
so this needs to happen then. A golf game with the three of us. We'll find a fourth. Maybe Leroy behind the camera could film for everyone.
Yeah, come on down. Come
But
on down to Party Town.
now, is Megan in LA?
She's in LA, but she's originally from Colorado Springs, but she
Okay.
is in LA and she does like comedy and stuff out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm learning. I've invited her to come on the podcast. I know nothing about her.
Oh, you're gonna have so
So
much fun.
as long as she's not a serial killer or anything like
She is
that.
not, but I was telling you before we started, I get a lot of like really inappropriate comments from men. And since we collaborated on that post, she also got those comments. In the like, you should go in and read it because some of the things she was saying back to the men were
Oh,
so funny.
okay.
Like, one guy was like, I would never have my bare feet on the grass with the chemicals they use. And one of her comments was like, my guy, I've put cocaine in my body. Like, it's fine. Like, she was so funny.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having her on. Even though, literally, like I said, I don't know anything about Megan other than what I've seen with you guys golfing and a little bit of her social media. She just
Yeah.
seems like a ton of fun. I'm gonna have to go and check out that comment section though. That sounds
Yeah.
like
It's a
gonna be
hoot.
entertaining on its own.
Yeah. It's
Of
it's
all
wild.
things, like I wouldn't put my feet on the grass. I
Yeah.
went golfing with my kid last week, and he forgot his golf shoes. He's a better golfer than I am already.
Yeah.
He forgot his golf shoes, and I was like, just go barefoot. And so that's what he did. I'm like, you're walking on like the nicest maintained grass.
Yeah. It was wild. Our golf cart just shut off because we got within 500 feet of the green, and I think ours was defective, and it started going, but it wouldn't let us back up, and it wouldn't let us turn around. So we literally had to lift our golf cart to wherever it would to where we could get it restarted. And it didn't just happen once; it happened twice, and we were nowhere near the green. And then these other more prestigious golfers were like, "You're not allowed to get that close to the green." And we're like, "Okay, buddy, shut up. Are you going to help us lift, or are you just going over there and flap your chops because like we need to move?"
I've only played on a course like that once before. Like I've played on the ones that have the signs, but only
Yeah.
one time did I play on a course where the cart actually like stopped if you got to the wrong place. That was actually when I was in my last trip to Vegas back in April. We played
Oof.
on some random course that they're turning into a private course, so we won't ever be able to play on it again. But the cart would just start beeping at you and like stop if you got like in the wrong place with it.
Yeah, and it's like my bad guy. It's not exactly like there's directions out here of where to go. How was Vegas? Because I keep seeing reports that like Vegas tourism is down because the Canadians aren't coming here.
There's there's certainly like there's certainly a sentiment amongst some Canadians that they won't travel to the US because of, well, we all know why.
No more, no, you need no more words, my guy. I
But
get it.
but I know a lot of people who are still like, I'm going, like, kind of a YOLO thing. Like I've planned this trip, and it is a place that I love to go and enjoy, and I'm going. What I found, well, yeah, and I found that Vegas was just like Vegas every other time we've been there. We're going
Yeah.
back again in November on F1 weekend,
Okay.
hoping to watch some F1 racing. Got into that randomly. Have you ever watched the F1 documentary on Netflix,
No,
Drive
I
to Survive,
haven't.
Julie? Oh, you got to watch it. I
I know
never
what
in my
it's like.
life thought I would be into racing, but it's like the drama and it's so good.
I know what you mean where you're like randomly into something that makes no sense to you as a person. Because I randomly got into WWE one Friday night and I was like on it for like
Oh,
3 weeks where I was like, Rhea Ripley. It made no sense. Like, what? Look at me. Do I look like the typical WWE fan? No, but I was in it
it
to
doesn't
win it.
matter. Get back in it.
I'm, I tell you,
I
it was
got in it.
wild.
I watched it like back in high school, like loved WWE, but that was like forever ago.
Yeah.
And then a couple years ago, just kind of started watching here and there a little bit. And then like a year and a half ago, got my wife watching with me.
Yeah.
And now it is like Monday night, Friday night pay-per-views. Like we are watching
You're like spending money
WWE.
to watch it.
Well, it's a lot easier in Canada. In the US, you guys have to have like 5 different connections. We get everything on Netflix. Like we get the
Don't remind
pay-per-views,
me.
the yeah, it's all just on
Don't
Netflix
remind me.
here.
Well, I just want to, you've got that to rub in our face, but at least TikTok will pay out American creators.
Oh, yeah, that one cuts deep.
Yeah. So I get it. At
That
least my
one,
tit for
yeah.
tat.
I watched a guy who was my like I have like a manager or whatever. He sent me a video of this Vegas guy who does these videos, and he's like, "Yeah, this is what I got from TikTok this month," and it was like $7,000, and he's got like a third of the followers I have, and I'm like,
Isn't
"Well, I
it
want one of these checks."
infuriating?
Yeah,
I have like first off, my TikTok has not bopped off in almost 2 years. I have almost a quarter million followers, and the only thing I do is go down in my following count. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what TikTok gods have I so deeply sinned against that my videos don't get pushed out? Like they don't bop off like they used to. And I don't know if you're experiencing this problem, but it's like across the board on all platforms. So it's definitely something with me. So I've been trying to like pivot my content, and I don't know if it's going well. I'm just having fun out here. But I'm not
I
making
think that's
any
all that
next to
matters.
nothing of it. Yeah.
I think you just keep putting out what I mean. Your stuff is funny, so I think it'll catch on again, anyways. But I go through the
Yeah.
same thing. My followers go up and down and up and down and up and down, and every once in a while it'll get a bigger boost from one video that will take off, and then other times I'll do a video and I'm like, oh, this is going to be huge. This is going to be like the
Yes.
best video I've ever done, and then it's like 1,000 views on TikTok. Okay,
Right? Yes, I'll put like production into some of my videos, and then it will tank. And then my most popular recent video was how I got on here about I just like set up my phone and recorded a rant that I had about men who try to out funny me. Like they think it's a competition. And that's just like going, I'm like, what? Nothing makes sense to me anymore.
yeah,
I gotta
I
start doing more
think
story times.
maybe that's the ticket.
Yeah.
And it's funny because there's so many different like how to gain followers, like things you can like buy and whatever online, and I'm like, does anyone actually know? Like, has anyone actually figured this out?
No,
Like, aside from
no.
like Mr. Beast, like,
I did you chat at one time I went to chat GPT and I was like, how did Mr. Beast become successful? And chat GPT was like, he meticulously studied the algorithm and RPMs and where the drop off was. And I was like, okay, that's too much. I have a full-time job. But he's a billionaire now and I'm not, so maybe it's worth it.
yeah, I apparently his early videos were like. It would be like hours where he would be like, I'm going to count to 1 billion, and like would just have like go live stream and like count to 1 billion with just him and like a crappy, you know, webcam. But
That I
that's
don't want to
like
do that.
the things he did to get started. He's brilliant though because he reinvests so much of what he like gets from YouTube back into the YouTube, which is already astronomical. So that's why he does like these, extravagant things and like gives away $1 million and everything else. He is definitely investing back into that.
Good for him. I like to see the common man succeed. More importantly, I'd like to see the common woman succeed. And I want the common woman to be me. Like, come on now. Throw me a dollar.
Listen, if you're not following Juki, I
Juki
combined
rhymes with
Julie and
Dookie, and
Baker.
I've been called worse.
If you're not following Julie, you should be. Where can people find you on social media?
All of my handles are at and Julie Baker, A-N-D Julie Baker. And you're gonna ask me where does the and come from? If you've ever watched a sitcom, the last person to get credited in the opening credits, it says and insert name. That's where that comes from.
I like
Eh,
that. Now,
yeah.
there is part of me now that you just said that wants to go make a new social media account that is
Mhm.
and insert name,
And yeah,
where
well, just pay me royalties. Because I've not
it would just
trademarked it
be
yet.
many different characters.
Yeah. It's like, good luck finding me. I don't even remember me.
I'm
No,
going
I
to
get
change
it.
mine to and Leroy, and
And
everything
okay.
will be selfie mode.
Here I am. No, I
Oh.
think, that's good. I say do it. You have my permission. None of you other listeners do though. Just you, Leroy.
Have you started? This is another note. Have you started any like secondary accounts?
No, I was
Have
thinking
you tried
about it.
this?
No, I was thinking about it because I really like to write, and a lot
Yeah.
of time the writing does not come out funny. Like when I talk, I'm funny. When I write, it's more serious and like Machiavellian. It's like more like And so I want to do something where it's like just like I record a video of me doing something like I don't know, I've really gotten into floral arrangements and then I do a voiceover over it of my writing, but I don't know, I haven't decided. But then I'm also afraid if I start doing that, people will be like, "Oh, I think she's thinking about offing herself." But I'm not. I'm just like I think with the highs of comedy come the lows of like more introspective writing. So,
That's usually how it goes. You
yeah.
should start an extra page, just be like, and Julie Baker writes, uh, or whatever it is. This is now the track that I've been going on, mainly on Instagram. Most of them I haven't even started yet, but I now have Leroy and Leroy Eats. I have Leroy and Leroy Golf. I just made Leroy and Leroy Reviews.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start Leroy and Leroy Spa Day and just review spas. Uh,
That's kind of awesome.
I'm just
If
like
you come back to
anything
Denver,
I
I have a
enjoy.
spa. Yeah, if you come back to Denver, I have a spa that you need to go to. It's called Oakwell Beer Spa. And it's this
Okay.
couple. They met in New York. He is French, she's American. They get married and then they backpack for 14 months and they came across this like really unique type spa that they kept finding in Europe called beer spas. And so they brought it to Denver. I'm happy to connect you. They're the coolest, kindest people you're going to meet.
What? Tell me what a beer spa is.
So a beer spa is not like they fill up a tub with beer or anything like that. You walk in and it's very much a spa. They have two locations in Denver and they have like a beer wall. So you get a choice of a beer. They have like zero gravity massage chairs. But when you do the spa, like you book this room and there's like a red light sauna in there. And a massive bathtub, and basically what they do is they put in like in a giant ball all of the elements of beer, but it doesn't have the alcohol. It's like not fermented or whatever, and you just sit in it for an hour, and they've got all these other amenities, and so that's all it is like the ingredients of a beer in the tub, but there's all these like really beneficial skin elements to it, and they have like a whole line of like lotions and deep conditioners and shampoos and stuff like that. So it's like I can give you the hookup on this place. They're the coolest
Okay.
people.
Okay, that's
That's a little
interesting.
shout out. Yeah.
See, those are the places I need to discover. I'm going to Calgary in just a couple days here, Julie. By the time this comes out, I'm probably going to be in Calgary, but I am going to see a micro cow while I'm there.
Baby
Strawberry,
cat.
strawberry, the micro cow. It is
Oh, I got to see
like
this.
a yeah. You got just look up strawberry, the micro cow, and I think you
Okay,
will
I'm
find it.
writing it down. Are you starting a new account called Leroy and Leroy Reviews Animals?
No, this one will just come out on the regular Leroy and Leroy after I go there.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited for this one. I am pumped to go see Strawberry the Micro Cow. I kept calling it the mini cow, and but that was wrong. It's a
Yeah.
micro cow. Apparently, there's these are pretty rare. These micro cows. It's like fully grown, but it's like the size of like a German Shepherd, and they have like you can go and cuddle with Strawberry the micro cow,
I've never wanted to
and
drain my bank account so fast.
and apparently they also have dwarf goats.
Oh, you're gonna have such a hoot. It's gonna be
I'll
what the
send you.
kids call a hoot.
I'll send you a picture once I meet
Yes,
Strawberry.
please do. Please do. I need
See,
a new
and then you can.
screensaver because my little nephew is not doing it anymore. I need a micro cow.
I'm pumped for that one. Well, I don't want to eat up like your whole day here, Julie. So
I'm so
thank
sorry
you
that my
for.
internet connection was so whatever it was. This was great. It's good to catch up.
I know it's been too long. We'll have to. I plan on. I mean, if you want to, I plan on having you on a lot more regularly.
Good. Anytime you need something, let me know. I'll figure out the internet deal though, because that was egregious. I do
We're
not know
gonna
what
have just
happened.
weekly podcasts with Julie.
Okay, you come on down to Party Town. Thanks for having me today.
Hey, thanks for coming on. All the best.